Hi everyone, welcome back. All right, first of all, I want to say yes, I did make two videos in one day on this channel, so that's why I still have on the same clothing or have the same makeup look. Everything looks the same, but I want to do two videos, so I feel like today is the day for me to do that. Now, it is raining outside, okay? So hopefully you're able to see everything because it's not as sunshiny as it was earlier. But let's go ahead and try to get this video done, okay? Today I'm doing another one of my series videos as far as favorite products that I've been using for this year, or favorite products that I've been using for the past few months that I absolutely adore, okay? So let's go ahead and begin, okay? All right. So the first brushes, or the main brushes that I love the most, is double-ended brushes. I love them, okay? It's getting a little loud. Let me close my balcony. Okay. Patio door. Okay, I love double-ended brushes. They're fast, they're quick, easy, because you have two brushes in one, okay? All right, so I start with those type of brushes. Now I have two brushes here, and I'm sure you have seen these brushes in makeup looks or tutorials or whatnot. You have seen me use these brushes. I love these brushes. I use this one mainly. I first started using it for foundation and using this side for concealer or to set my concealer. But I found out that I like this brush better with bronzer because it just has the right type of brush fibers on the tip here on the end, and I feel like I can blend the bronzer out really good. And then this side right here also blends the bronzer as well. So this is like a bronzer brush and blender together. So that's what I use this brush for, and I love it. It's a go-to brush. This is also a bronzer brush, but it's a two-sided brush as well, or two-ended brush. And one side I will actually, this is another double-ended brush. What I use this one for is for bronzer as well. The only difference is that I use this one to blend my bronzer strictly. I don't use this one to apply bronzer, but only after I have applied the bronzer. Then I'll go back in and blend it with this side here, blend out the bronzer. And then what I use this side for, this flat, kind of like a flat top kabuki type of brush look. But you know, it's not a flat top kabuki, but it's kind of sort of is, okay? I use this to contour my nose with bronzer, just to add that bronzer to my nose. And while I'm adding the bronzer to my nose, I'm actually blending the bronzer. So yeah, this is one of my favorite double-ended brushes. Love it. I have a few more that's like double-ended. I have a lot of them, but I'm just going to show you certain ones because I don't want this video to be too long. Any kind of brush that is like this, you have like an eyeshadow brush on one end or a flat shader on this side, and then on this end you have either a blending brush or a pointed smudge brush there. Love these type of brushes because when I want to use eyeshadows, and say if I'm using all neutral shades or I'm using very pearlescent or opalescent colors, I can use this one brush and apply all the colors and just blend them all together. And also I can use the ends over here like this pointed smudge brush. I can easily get in there and get, you know, add color to my lower lash line, and even this side too. I can pack on the color in the inner corner or whatnot. So I can pretty much use this one brush for certain makeup or eye makeup looks, okay? So I do like double-ended brushes. They are some of my favorite brushes to use, okay? Just quick and easy. All right, another brush, I'll go ahead and stick with the eye brushes, okay? My favorite blending brush has been the Wet n Wild blending brush here. I don't know the name of it, but it is a blending brush. And yeah, this is very good, especially once you work the brush in a good bit after you use it a few times and it gets a little bit less new. It blends out the eyeshadows really, really good into the crease, and even on the outer V part or the outer edge of the eye. It's really good for that. So yeah, you guys, I really love this Wet n Wild blending brush. I use it a lot lately. The next one would be, of course, the Sigma blending brushes. I think this is the tapered blending, if I'm not mistaken. The E40, I'm sorry, the E40, yeah, tapered blending. I love this brush. Amazing. I don't need to say much. Everybody knows about the E40. Very good with blending out the shadows and just making everything look so even on the eyelids. So I really like that one. And then here's a dupe to that one, a little bit of a dupe. It's the 6 Plus brand, which you can buy off of eBay or Amazon. This is a great dupe for the Sigma E40. I used this for a long time before I started buying some Sigma brushes, and you know what, it worked. Okay, it did provide blending of eyeshadows for me. Okay, I still use them. Okay, they're very small. The only difference is that this one, the 6 Plus, is smaller than the E40 one, but they basically do the very same thing. Okay, all right, they blend and they're awesome. In the 6 Plus brand, you can buy them by a set that is very inexpensive. I think under $10. Okay, all right. So the next one would also be an eBay, Amazon purchase. This one doesn't have a name on it, but it's supposed to be compared to a MAC blending brush. It's what the seller described it as, and I do love it. It does blend really well. I like this one to apply like a great amount of color into the crease. I feel like this one packs that color into the crease really well. So this is a favorite blending brush of mine. Okay, another one would be this one right here by the brand Face Secrets. You can purchase these brushes at Sally's Beauty Supply Store or sallybeauty.com. This does come in a set of 7, I think, and I'll show you the brush, a couple of brushes and a foundation brush that I like out of that pack or out of that set. But this is the blending brush, and I like this one because when you want to apply like a color to the crease, but you want the color to be a little bit above the crease, this brush will do it for you. And a lot of times, as you know, I always apply color into my crease, and I always like the shade to come up a little higher than my crease, just because of the way that my eyelids are. Okay, so I like that look, and this is so wide and so round, it provides that without having to add or without having to grab another brush. You can use this one brush and achieve the in the crease eyeshadow look and above the crease eyeshadow look. In other words, okay, hope y'all understand that. What I mean, once again, is that I love my eyeshadows to go into the crease, like I grab a crease shade, okay, but I also like for that crease shade to come above my crease. So this is so wide and round that I'm able to achieve that look using this brush. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, another brush would be this brush right here. It's a shade and blend brush. I got this at Walmart, and I think it's by a brand called, I can't even remember the brand. But you can find this at Walmart, and I like this one. I want a light, like a very light sheer of eyeshadow into my crease, okay, or in my outer V. I think it's better for the outer V when you want that color really precise over here. It's really good for that. You can blend it out so good. But it's also good as a crease brush to blend out the color. So this is a very good blending brush. I really do like it. So yeah, that's a favorite brush of mine. Okay. The next one would be the ELF Flawless Concealer Brush. I don't use this for concealer. I use this to blend out the edges of my eyeshadow, like especially when I have eyeshadows that is really hard to blend. This does the blending for me. If it's just like not blending with my other blending brushes, I grab this one and just go across my eye, and it just blends those colors out really, really good. So yeah, that's what I use this for. Okay, even though it's a concealer brush by ELF, I use it to blend out difficult eyeshadow that is hard to blend. Okay, it's a go-to. Okay, it's one of those that I pick up really quick. Alright, the next ELF brush is a blush brush, and I've been using this brush right here for setting powder, just to apply setting powder onto my concealer underneath my eyes. It really does blend out the powder really well. I feel like I don't apply too much powder unless I just keep dabbing more product on to the brush. But if I add just enough and apply this underneath the eyes, it gives enough, it provides enough distribution of powder, okay, underneath the eyes. Okay, it distributes very well. So yeah, I like this, and this is a blush brush, but I see it as a setting powder brush. Okay, I really like that. The next one would be this 6 Plus, I don't know what you call this type of brush, I can't remember, but it's by the brand called 6 Plus. I like that brand. If you can find it on eBay, Amazon. Yes, the hairs get a little rough after you wash them a little while, but and then some of them might shed, but some do not shed. But I still like the brand, and I like to apply my highlighter with this one. When I first bought this brush, I thought it was good for powder, setting powder, to set your concealer, but I find that it's better with highlighter. It just applies enough. You know how I love my highlighters to look very vibrant and just very, very, just beaming. This picks up so much product that one time is just enough. Okay, it's one time of highlighter onto this brush, you will achieve that beaming highlighted look. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. Okay, I love that brush. All right, another brush that is a 6 Plus brush is the blush brush. It looks very similar to the MAC one, but it's not MAC, it's 6 Plus. Once again, bought it from eBay, Amazon. I love this because it's not too big, it's not too wide, it's just right to place the blush exactly where you want it. If you want it just on the apples of the cheeks, it's very easy to, apply the blush right on those areas. And if you want to bring it on out, it's good. And it's also, this brush is also good for contouring, especially underneath the cheekbone or in the hollow of the cheeks here. And it's also good for highlighting. Yeah, so you can use this for or you can use this brush many ways, but I find that I like it better for blush. Okay, it just makes it just, you can't go wrong with applying your blush. Okay, just the size of it is just right for the cheeks, in my opinion. Alright, so another 6 Plus brush would be this one. It is the pencil brush. That's what I call it. I don't know what the proper name is. Let me see, I have a Sigma. The proper name is the Tapered Kabuki. Okay, I like to use this one for concealer, like blending out my concealer. I love it. Just blends it out very easily and smoothly. So does the Sigma Tapered Kabuki F86. Okay, it does the same thing. These brushes is the same, just that this is a 6 Plus, this one is smaller, and this is Sigma. It's the same thing. They do the same thing. They're so wonderful. They blend out concealer very good. That's what I use it for, but you can also apply highlighter with this brush. I mean, you can do whatever you want to, you know. I'm just telling you what I do as far as the brushes that I like to use for this year, or the brushes I have used for the year, and how I like to use them. But these two, I really like to smooth out my concealer underneath my eyes. I really like that. Okay, so the next 6 Plus, got a lot of them. I love 6 Plus brand. This is the stipple brush. I love this to use with highlighters. I started out using it with foundations, but this one right here, the foundation can go on streaky a little bit, certain foundations. So I stopped using it for foundations and just started using it started using this brush with highlighters, just placing highlighters on my cheeks. This brush can be used to apply cream blush to the cheeks as well. I find that it blends out creamy blushes really good. Okay, so yeah, this is a good one. All right, but I think it's better with highlighters. It just kind of blends out the highlighters, very sheer like. If you want a highlighted look that's not so bold but kind of sheer, this one does that for me. Okay, all right, so the next brush would be the ELF Kabuki brush, or the face brush here. Love this. I love this when I want a lot of powder on my face. Okay, if I want a lot of powder, like a lot of coverage, I have a great powder, and I say I just want a full coverage powder look, I use this. And of course you won't get that cake face unless you apply too much powder, but it really does pack on powder onto the face. But the main thing, or the main reason I use this brush is to blend out my bronzer. Like if I place too much bronzer on, or I put the bronzer on too low on my forehead, I just take this Kabuki brush right here and blend out everything really good. So yeah, that's what I use that for. All right, the next brush would be Echo Tools. I love Echo Tool brushes, especially this I forget the name of this. I think this one is called the Sheer Kabuki brush, I think. Can't remember. Or bamboo brush, something like that, you guys. I'm sorry, okay? But yeah, this one is really good to apply foundation. I really love to apply my foundation with this brush when I want that real natural makeup look, like I have on foundation, but yet you can see my freckles, you can see my moles, you know. This really thins out a foundation, but yet the finish is beautiful because it still evens out the foundation. So this is a lovely brush, and you can purchase this at Walmart. Okay, another Echo Tools foundation brush is this I forget the name of this one. This one is the, ooh, I can't see, buffing. This is the buffing brush. It's flat top, kind of like a flat top Kabuki brush. This is really good when you want foundation and you want a full coverage foundation look. This is good. Okay, it really packs on the foundation and really provides a full coverage finish. And yeah, I love it. I use this a lot when I want full coverage foundation look. The next brush is the Echo Tools finishing brush. Now I don't use this for powder to finish my makeup in a sense. I like this with highlighters as well. This is very good for highlighters, just to smooth your highlighters out on top of the cheeks. Love it for that reason. And yeah, that's mainly what I use this brush for. All right, the next brushes would be my Real Technique brushes. I love Real Technique brushes. Okay, they are some of the best brushes I have used. My two favorite brushes, but I love a lot of them. Hey, I have a lot of Real Technique brushes, but this blush brush, amazing. You can use this for blush, you can contour with this brush, you can bronze up with this brush. Amazing brush. You can even use it for with highlighters if you want to. I mean, it just depends on you, because the brush, first of all, is so soft. Amazing how soft these brushes are, and that's what I love. I love soft brushes. If you know, when it comes down to my face, the softer the brush is, the better I'm gonna like it. And they are very soft, and they are very good brushes. You wash them, they stay in shape, they don't shed. Just really good branded brushes, okay, and very affordable, okay. Love it. The next Real Technique brush I like is the stippling brush. This applies foundation so well, and cream blushes so good. Love this. I have several of these, and yeah, you guys, good brush. Love it. All right, the next brush would be the Wet n Wild. I think this is the Kabuki brush. Love it. Apply foundation really well, and it also applies powder on the face really good. So you can use this brush with any liquid foundation and face powder or pressed powder as well. Really like this one. Use these a lot, okay. All right, the next few brushes are Face Secret brushes. This one is the foundation brush by Face Secrets. Love this to apply like when I want to do use a liquid foundation, or a what is it, the Hard Candy Mix In Pigment Drops, and I want to apply the product right where I want to contour on the face. Really like that. And it's good to blend out foundation as well. It really does pack on the foundation if you want that look. Very soft brushes, very good quality. Love this one, okay. And I also like to set my concealer like with powder sometimes with this brush. Especially when I'm going for like that real highlighted look. I love to use this brush to highlight my under eyes very well, okay, for that particular look, okay. All right, and so the next Face Secret brush would be the powder brush. I really like this. I use this with my powders as well as blushes, okay. You can even use this brush to put on bronzer, but I find that I like it better just to apply pressed powder more than anything. It doesn't apply too much powder is what I'm saying. The brushes or the brush fibers is, I don't know what you call it, but they just help to not, the brush fibers allow you to put less product onto the face as far as pressed powder. And a lot of times when I put on a lot of foundations and I don't want a whole lot of powder on my face, I will grab this brush, okay. And my next one would be the Deluxe Powder Synthetic. Love this one. This one packs on the powder, but yet it smooths the powder out as far as pressed powder on the face. Really good brush. It's flat like. You could even use this to bronze and contour if you wanted to, but I like to use it just with powder. And I really like to use it on my neck when I want to place powder on my neck and stuff. I just love this powder, this deluxe brush by Face Secrets, okay. So this one is a really good brush, okay. You can buy these Face Secret brushes once again at sallysbeauty.com, Sally's Beauty Supply Store, okay. All right, so I really like these brushes, and y'all, those are the brushes that I've been using mainly for the last few months. I just been really into those brushes. A lot of them are very inexpensive. They work for me, and so I want to share with you my favorite brushes I've been using for this year so far. And so yeah, this is part of the series of favorite products of the year, products I've been using a whole lot, okay. And when I say a whole lot, I mean, yeah, almost every week, okay, every week, okay, every month, okay. So yeah, All right, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and yes, there will be more videos to come. And yeah, you guys, check out my you know, Instagram account, check out my blog page. I always have something over there as well, and I will list all of that in the description box. So yeah, I'll let you all go, and so I hope all of you have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening. You is beautiful, and you stay beautiful all the time, okay? All right, you guys. Bye.